Alright, starting in 1, 2, 3. Alright, so it's now round 3. These two opponents have already played each other before. Phill and Will from CA playing against ThePrussianPrince and Patchy, or HeirofCarthage. They've done 2 matches before, and the score is currently 1-1. And I'm joined today with Zaript and Majutsu, and we're going to be covering the 3rd and final match in the series. How are you doing, guys?
Hello.
I'm doing fine. Thank you.
Fine. And this is 3rd era, or more like first one. In Fall of the Samurai, PrussianPrince and HeirofCarthage basically decimated Creative Assembly team. Then, very close loss on Vanilla, and now it's Rise of the Samurai on a Boca George. Oh, man.
Okay, George, really? I've been pronouncing it all wrong. No.
Isn't it Gorge?
Gorge.
Yeah, I think it's Gorge.
I don't know. Sometimes I just don't know how to pronounce stuff. For example, like I was training very hard to pronounce air. Like it's very difficult to me, honestly, because it's hair. Like I cannot not pronounce ash. It's very difficult. When I know that it's there, how do I distinguish air that we breathe and HeirofCarthage?
You don't. It sounds the exact same.
Oh, then it's not just me.
HeirofCarthage. It's the exact same sound. Yeah.
Oh man,
it's slightly different maybe, but
air and
doesn't matter much.
Okay,
air
okay.
of Carthage, air we breathe. It's very similar. But why are we talking about?
Sounds slightly different. I don't know.
Because nothing happens.
I'm not native English either, so.
Neither am I.
None of us actually.
Are.
None of us. But honestly, for any commentator, it's relatively important to pronounce things relatively right. Like, it's okay, I guess, to have some sort of accent, but at least you want to pronounce words so that people can recognize it, right?
Of course.
I repeat.
It's a good indication how international the community is.
Look, I repeat, this is ROTS match, probably because one of the matches was already ruined by some guy, not... was it Majus? You were telling us, not? Some guy started... joined the lobby.
No, that was GamerDudester.
Oh, was it you, GD? Okay.
Like, you wanted to play Rise of the Samurai, but one guy brought Oda.
I didn't play. I wanted to cast the match, and then one guy ended up bringing Oda, and I was like, "This is disappointing." But now it looks like they are all bringing Rise of the Samurai factions. Phill is going with the Hiraizumi Fujiwara. Will is going with Fukuhara Taira, and then both of Patchy and Prince are going with Taira as well. But Air is bringing the Yashima.
But does it matter? I
No.
don't think any clans have different
difference.
units.
No, it doesn't matter, but I think they're doing it to sort of distinguish flags. Still, Will and Agony, Prussian Prince. I don't know why I always say Agony when I see his name.
Yeah, because it's right and right there.
Yeah, it's right there in front of me. It's like I always say it. So the Prussian Prince and Will have the same faction, so hopefully that won't be too bad for us to distinguish between them.
Yeah. Well, I absolutely love this butterfly. It's beautiful, like... strange, beautiful, like very individual. I love the picture. It's butterfly, right? I'm not entirely sure. It's butterfly.
Yeah, it's a butterfly.
And
I think so.
This one, Fujiwara, looks like cobra to me. It's obviously some sort of a plant, but I still see it as a cobra. Yeah.
Look at what Will is saying. So Air requested the map change, and then Will says, "I feel Oboke Gorge is important. It was the first finished multiplayer map for Shogun 2. I didn't know that. It's where it all began, and perhaps it's where it all ends."
And that's why that map is so bad.
Yeah.
Now we know.
Oh, man.
Now we know.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like important information that we wouldn't have had if they didn't do this event.
Yep. Well, actually, there is other important information which I didn't know, but something I learned from HeirofCarthage videos. Well, a lot of people told me, but I didn't understand. When I was watching the battle where you Majutsu fought against Duck, and you were in team with Air, and Duck was in team with Team CA, I think. No, Leif, whatever.
Luke.
Oh, not whatever, but obviously, I'm sorry. It's easier for me to remember guys from community than people from CA. I'm sorry for that. In any case, what happened is both Majutsu and Duck took Takeda because they both like to play cavalry heavy. And watching at replay, I just see no difference. But apparently, if you zoom really, really close, you can see that some have like green border around their mons, and others have like red border. That's the only difference you can.
The border or the outline is of a different color, but it's really hard to see. And in replays, the name of the player doesn't show up, so that doesn't help.
Well, we will have it a bit easier here because when you actually spectate the game, you can see the names. And honestly, well, obviously, when you cast a game which some of people from Creative Assembly might see, you want to push your own vision. And honestly, I think it would be cool if they add some more tools for spectators and viewers of replays. Like, for example, I really want to be able to put markers, pings on a map. Can spectators do that? I think because, like, for me, when I explain something to people, when I cast, when I spectate, I only have my mouse. But it would be much easier to show the path with markers or something. Not to my teammate, but to my viewers. And I think it's not that difficult. It's already in the game.
Yeah, there was one YouTube channel, I can't remember the name exactly, but when Shogun first came out, I mean, this guy's production value, he used to do the pathing that you're talking about, but actually do it in post-editing. So, like, he would, cut the video up into parts, and, like, I think he would have at least spent, like, 4 or 3 hours per video, putting so much time and effort. And, I do agree, I think CA can really help us out with, improvements to the replay system and make it a little bit more accessible to casting.
Yep.
And make sure they don't corrupt after a patch.
Well, that's actually pretty difficult to do. The only game that managed to do it is StarCraft 2, and it's pretty recent. Because if you look before, for example, Warcraft 3 replays, they were corrupted each patch as well.
It's annoying. You want to save your best battles for years to come.
And that's where we come. We save battles for future generations. Even if they don't want it, who asks them, right? We are saving these battles. Whoa, what an acid colors. These green... it actually look not only like a cobra, but like a Egyptian head from pyramids or something. Yeah, sort of. With a very strange eyes. Korean eyes from anime. Yeah, you see, this is eyes.
So, for the Fujiwara? Or for the Tyra?
Difficult.
The Fujiwara is the green, the red is the Tyra.
And
it doesn't say.
We'll actually have very interesting approach, like compared to what other people brought in that game, which I casted before. He brings a lot of levies. Like, his army is very focused, because the difference between bow levies and foot samurai, for example, is that bow levies only good at shooting, but they bad at melee attack. And it's the same with, I believe, Naginata levies. Yeah, they only good against cavalry and nothing else. So very focused units on his army. And look at this, bow attendants deploying with strange shields. I actually didn't know this in a game.
Yeah, in classic battles, some of the ranged units, including matchlocks and some variations of bows, they can deploy barricades in front of them.
But they can do it after they move to position, or
No, just in the beginning. It's
But
like in medieval. I don't know if you've played medieval, but like your longbowmen, for example, they could put stakes in front of them.
yeah.
But that's it. You couldn't move them once the battle started. And the
So
same applies here. Yeah.
so it's basically just for deployment zone camping.
Essentially, yeah.
Huh.
I don't know how well the bow levies are going to do though against the foot samurai, because I know for a fact that a couple of foot samurai will decimate a bow eshigaru who is just a better unit than a bow levy. So we'll see how the bow attendants and the bow levies do. Bow attendants I think might have a better chance, but
Well,
again we'll have to wait and see.
bow
But his
levy
strength is
have
definitely in the Naginata warrior monks.
bow levy have one armor. They would be destroyed.
Yeah, they're gonna have a bad time.
Let's ignore infantry for now and just look at what cavalry they have. Actually, 5 cavalry units for Phill. It's Onabushi heroine.
That is a tough unit.
Good idea actually. Units are so cheap and there is no matchlocks. Why not take? But 5 armor, they still susceptible to both. Okay, mounted samurai, mounted naginata, and for wheel it's 4 mounted naginatas, I believe. No, only 3.
I think it's important point is like for mounted samurai and foot samurai, I think they have 6 armor. So that, I mean, that's not a lot, but against bows, you're gonna see that they're gonna actually be taking a lot of punishment, and they're gonna stick in there, and they're not gonna die a lot from
Okay,
arrows.
well,
so.
6 armor is actually pretty decent.
Yeah, it's really high.
Ooh. Prussian Prince is definitely gonna have the skirmish advantage here.
Prussian Prince.
1,
Let's see.
2, 3,
What
4,
does he
5.
have?
Well, Prussian Prince always goes with the simplest idea, which allows him to micro his army better and well, foot samurai spam seems to be a very basic idea of spamming it. And huge mistake from Will CA from the very beginning. Like, come on. Losing these 3 mounted Naginatas.
He's confident in his mounted Naginatas because he upgraded them.
But going against, like, this mounted samurai, they have pretty good melee attack as well. And this
He's trying to get into the general.
Oh, he got in there.
He did get in there.
Prussian Prince, look! Half of general is already dead. Prussian Prince not reacting in time.
He hits rally to try and save his general.
He lost him!
Yeah.
He died!
He died? He told you that?
Oh man. Oh, this is ridiculous. But still, very expensive bets. Like, it worked because Prussian Prince probably again look at
Will. Will just has no regard for his men's lives.
Yeah,
And
rushing
he just
through
runs. Yeah, he's just at this stage. It just stays. He's played so many matches. He's like, whatever, a boom.
And I think Prussian Prince made a mistake here. Like, these 2 units, they easily overwhelmed by this horde. Prussian Prince actually may want to pull back and take fight where he have more clear uphill advantage. I'm not sure he want to take a fight here. And look at Phill actually going to help his teammate. Nice double teaming here. Ooh.
You know what Prussian Prince should have done? In this case, he beat the cap of Will, and he could have just flanked around, hit the archers from the back, hit the enemy general.
Yep, and I don't know.
Now he lost all his melee troops.
Indeed.
And
Just a swarm of CA units here, just running forward, crossing the river, and now running up the hill. They have no regard for their lives.
Yep.
They came here for a reason, and that's to kill.
But now kiting game starts, and we will see if community team can actually kite well enough. Because
Very
honestly,
important.
a lot of these attacking rush units, they don't have much armor, but some of them actually, none
They
of them have more
decent
than 4
armor.
armor. No, 3, 4.
3-4 is pretty good. You gotta keep in mind that like a lone sword or a Naginata attendant has much less armor than that. Spear Levy has much less armor than that. They're gonna be able to get in the lines here. Just needs to keep running forward.
HeirofCarthage should start remembering about Banzai on sword attendants.
Ooh, the whistling arrows and the war cry did so much morale damage.
Still, like this Naginata, this sword attendants, ZK, they could keep these units of Phill for so long, but you need to use... He completely forgot about Banzai. This is painful. And of course there is a lot of stuff to micro, but...
Will is pulling through. He's pulling through.
Cheetah! Yes. Cheetah! And there is nothing to show in this forest, like there is no good angle to show what's happening. So let's take a look at Prussian Prince army and what's remaining. He's actually doing decent job kiting back. Look at this. Miller rush of Will basically disappeared from the field. There is nothing left. And now downhill charge. Let's see
at it. A lot of Banzai's getting popped off here. I think that's Air's units. Yes, indeed. Is it? Oh no, that's actually Phil's units.
Oh, sword attendants have Banzai here.
Yeah,
they do.
That's what
They're
I was
basically
trying
mini
to tell.
Nodachis.
And if HeirofCarthage Banzai'd his own attendants earlier, he would have so much more time to skirmish. That's why I was... Oh my.
Big cap engagement in the center. The mounted Naginata is fighting against mounted samurai.
But
this is gonna be a close one. The mounted samurai starting to lose morale here. They do have a slight hill advantage, but I don't think it's gonna play that big of a role.
Yep.
And now it's 3 against 2.
But it's still relatively close so far. Surprisingly close. Like that uphill. But you see, because initial engagement was so okay, HeirofCarthage didn't actually pull back and he took the fight, which actually ended pretty bad for him too. Most of his infantry force are decimated. I don't know, for taking...
HeirofCarthage is getting into the foot samurai line of Phill that's in the river.
And look at the
now Phill is countercharging with his general.
But look at this blobbed up cavalry of Phill. Yeah. Look at how one cavalry unit of Air and Naginata attendants keeping it on place, while Prussian Prince both destroying it. Oh, this is start looking better and better for community team. CA team loses its team. But honestly, they would have been destroyed. So, like, this Banzai, my mind just can't get away from this Banzai. It was so crucial.
Our men are running from the battle.
Look at that. The CA troops now completely getting decimated. There were some very key moments here. That charge is one of them. Once they got into the foot samurai line, really, CA's hopes of victory seems to have just gone down the drain here.
Too many levies, too low morale, and
see, that's when the quality came in. The quality helped him with the infantry engagement, but he just simply could not go up that hill against all those foot samurais on Will's side. They were just able to shoot him down, and he left some units in the valley, and they fought well.
And this is actually a very cool game mode for everyone who complains about Rock Paper Scissors being too strong in Shogun 2. Look, these bows are scary, and most of the units in Rise of the Samurai are like that. Like, there is no clear roles for a lot of units. I actually... Oh, this was nice. Fire arrows coming. Some close shots. Battle almost done. And actually on ultra settings, as I was probably telling, water looks gorgeous.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
But again, I'm speaking too much, but still, guys, check out Rise of the Samurai classical battles. I think it's very nice change of pace, because units not what they look like. You think
they
that
have multi-roles too, like you might think like one unit would be, you know, just specific to one thing, like a bow samurai. Yeah, sure, it's decent in melee, but you don't put a bow samurai in your front line. But you can do with a foot samurai. You can put it there, and it will fight off it will fight sword attendants, it will fight naginata attendants, and sometimes it will even come out on top.
Yep.
It's very mixed with the Rise of the Samurai, and I think it's
cool.
I think the only reason we don't play it is because of the timing.
Yeah, and partly because of variety. We're still recording. Can you wait for a second, boys? Man, but I just like this feeling. Like, you look at the battle. Oh my, they're losing steam. There is only bows left, and both win the game.
Yeah, indeed.
Man. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and see you again. And
see you all next time. Do check out Majutsu and Zaript in the description bar below, and please do watch out for the other CA versus the World videos that are going to be coming to you soon, being covered really by all sorts of commentators from all sorts of sort of different channel perspectives. So thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time.
See you.